Всем привет. Так и дошли руки.
A city on the verge of greatness. A new type of city, based not on the man, but on the automobile.
Как вы видите,
A symbol of freedom and vitality.
Noire.
Where every man can own his own home, and have room to breathe, and not be overlooked by his neighbors.
Играть, я как понял, мы здесь будем за копа.
A
Это
city
такой
where a man's home is his
детектив.
castle. A quarter acre of the dream made
В
possible
смысле, игра
by victory.
детектив.
A city of opportunists. A city of dreams, where Hollywood will shape the thoughts and desires of the entire planet. A city of pioneers.
Игра залучена в 30
City of
FPS.
dreamers.
Ну, она вроде как изначально на Соснуле вышла, там 30 было, потом ее на ПК портировали.
A city of undercurrents, where not everything is as it seems. A 20th century city that will become a model for the world. A city that has no boundaries, that will stretch as far as the eye can see.
Такой джазец, или хуй пойми, но явно не блюзец.
In the Marine Corps, you deal with the chain of command. Mistakes get made, but you deal with them. You know what you're fighting for and that you're on the same team. But dealing with corruption is like chasing shadows. You never know whether the guy you're talking to is on the pad, or whether it's your partner, or maybe even the watch commander. So who do you trust, Cole? I made up my mind a long time ago.
KGBL calling caller 14 Adam. 14 Adam, come in.
Go ahead, KGPL.
14 Adam, see the detective at ambulance shooting at 6th and Industrial Street. Unit 16 William requests uniform assistance for an evidence search. 14 Adam, code
Бля,
2.
лицевая анимация
Roger,
годно
14 Adam
сделана.
en route.
Так,
Here we go again. They don't request uniforms
вот
for an
как-то
evidence search
40
unless
каким-то
there's some kind
чудом.
of catch. Ever the optimist. From the beam of sunshine himself.
Floyd Rose, homicide. You might back up?
Yes, sir. Phelps and Dunn, Wilshire Division.
We had a shooting took place down this alleyway. We have the Vic, Scooter Payton, a Negro male bagged up and on his way to Central Morgue. Witness says a tall white guy, our shooter, put two in the Vic's head and then threw his piece. I need you guys to try and recover the gat.
You want us to look anywhere in particular?
Give it your best shot, guys.
ну вот
The dead guy's a low
уперлась
light.
в 40
I'm not
и
expecting any
все.
miracles here.
And if we recover the weapon?
Bag it and return it to technical services.
You hurry it up, Floyd. We
I'm
got
outta
places
here.
to be.
Happy hunting.
Ну ладно, значит, патч
This is a fist
не сильно
bump.
помогает.
Just going through the motions.
Probably right. Let's just get it over and done.
All right, have it your way. We'll search right up to the back wall. If you still don't come up with anything, come find me and we'll talk it out. Two heads are always better than one.
Так, ну понятно, короче, хуй тебе, а не 40. Ой, не 60, а будет, блядь, 40. Причем железно так встало.
Look at this junk.
Чё там, давай-ка посмотрим, что у нас. Использование ГП. Ну, понятно, короче. То есть проблема не моего железа. Хотя, вон, смотри.
What have you got, Phelps? Anything?
Хуй его знает, я пока разбираюсь, как мне тут с FPS-ом быть.
tell you, I'm jinxed. I always get landed with this crap.
Ну понятно, то есть на 30 FPS, блядь, нагрузка нулевая.
Cole, come take a look at this.
Чё? Ага.
We're never gonna find it. It's a waste of time.
Shooter put him up against the wall and blew his brains out.
Hell of a way to go.
Doesn't really matter how you go once you're gone.
Don't get all deep on me, Phelps.
Ну понятно, ладно, значит будем играть без всяких говнопачей. То есть, блядь, консольный смузли, блядь, гейминг. Ну что это, блядь, такое? Так, нам надо как-то... Бля, давай зайдем сюда. Ладно, осмотрели. Хуй тебе, пошел на работу. Подойдите к... Вот оно что можно. Ну, блядь, ну 30 FPS. Чё меня насилует-то, блядь? Чё-то... Неужели не могли на ПК нормальный патч выпустить, чтобы было 60, блядь? Не надо было наворачивать сомнительные костыли, которые еще и непонятно. То есть я типа как самый молодой ползаю тут. И что, все, пиздарики, я застрял? Понятно. То есть... То есть явно, блядь, проблема не в моем железе, что оно вот хуем стоит на 40, блядь, а видюху так плющит туда-сюда, блядь. То она ничего не делает, то внезапно дохуя что делает. Так, мужик, ну там же ничего нет. Хотя сказали, лезь туда. А, так вот же пистолет лежит. Или что это? Пистолет? Так, используйте.
Smith & Wesson, serial S71893.
Так. Два
2 rounds
патрона.
fired. And instead of dropping it down a drain, our shooter hoists it up here. Interesting guy. We should follow up on this now, before the perp tries to leave town.
We have the gun, Cole. Let's take it back to Central. We could get a commendation.
Could show some initiative, Ralph, and see if we can come up with an owner.
That's a long shot, Cole.
It's a pretty fancy gun. You know a local gun store?
Sure. There's a place a couple of blocks from here.
Так, а как, блядь, блокнот-то открыть? Ага. Места.
Are you sure about this? It's not really our gig.
No harm in doing some digging. The suits didn't seem to give much of a damn.
Such a little Boy Scout, Cole. You can't wait to get out of that uniform, can you?
You'd rather round up drunks and help old ladies across the road?
I'd rather get through the day without the captain's foot up my ass.
It'll be fine,
Поехали.
Ralph. You worry too much.
Ты охуел, что ли? Не видишь, что копы едут? Машина ломается, ломается.
You should take the next right.
Ну, конечно, в пятой GTA они там пободрее, блядь. Какой сирены едут. 40 FPS, мать твою. Почему, блядь, нельзя сделать 60?
Officers Phelps and Dunn. Can you tell us anything about this gun?
Smith & Wesson, Model 27, registered Magnum. Chambered for .357, nickel-plated with pearl grips. Same gun used by General Patton.
You're not suggesting he's the owner.
No, I'm not.
You seem to know a lot about the weapon.
I ought to. I sold it. You know, this piece will stop a rhino. These babies are only available special order.
Так,
Here's
значит,
my
пушка
Smith & Wesson order
волшебная.
book.
You mind if I take a look?
Be my guest. This is about something bad, right?
Model 27 with pearl grips, Cole. You see it on there?
Блять. А номер-то у меня какой? Улики. Семьдесят один 89 3. А вот он, С-71 189 3.
We're in luck. Errol Schroeder, 203 South Glass Street. Ordered the gun in February 46. Thanks, you've been a big help.
Anytime. Always happy to help out the LAPD.
Я надеюсь, правильно выбрал.
Do we call it in?
Let's see if he's at home. Owning the gun doesn't prove he pulled the trigger.
Okay.
Ну,
In for a penny,
на
in
Е
for a
садится.
pound. Lead the way, Gunga, then.
Так, точно, надо выбрать. Квартира Шредера. Так, ну ничего, так прикольно. Введение, это же просто начало игры. Очевидно, должно быть лучше. Но ведь обязательно... Блять. Будет лучше.
Now that wasn't so hard, was it? Just because we're in uniform doesn't mean we can't use our initiative.
I guess so. Seems a little too good to be true.
Заткнись и скажи,
One-of-a-kind
куда
murder
ехать.
weapon bought locally using a real name. If Schroeder's our shooter, he's no criminal mastermind.
Most of them aren't. That's why they get caught. 2 out of every 3 crimes are done on impulse.
Another fact from the Phelps Encyclopedia of Thin Air. You really are full of it.
Блять, как сигналить? Я не могу без сигнала. Понятно. Сигналить, блять, нельзя. И нахуя мне такая машина полицейская? Охуенно. Слышь, мужик, я кокну, блядь. Но буду давить в случае неповиновения. Давай, волыны достаем. Слышь, иди нахер. Курить вредно.
What do you guys want?
I'm Officer Cole Phelps. This is Officer Dunn, Wilshire Division. You're the owner of a Smith & Wesson Model 27.
Не, ну лицевая анимация заебись сделана.
I might be. What of it?
Then you'll be surprised to know that Scooter Payton was murdered tonight with your gun.
You're out of your mind. Scooter? He works for me. I have that gun here in my drawer.
То есть я выбрал, блядь, не того, что ли?
What the fuck is going on here?
You're under arrest, Schroeder. Cuff him, Ralph.
No way. You're not taking me down for this.
Так.
That was a very bad move, Schroeder.
You started.
Понятно, несложно. Отлично.
Ralph, you all right?
I'm fine. I hardly felt it. He's lucky he caught me off guard.
Keep an eye on him, Ralph. I'm gonna take a look around.
Incidental.
Да, это яблоко. Блять, отстань от него, Ной. Да, блять, ну было же яблоко.
Seems irrelevant. Doesn't give me anything to go on. Junk.
А вдруг это косяк? Так, выше нельзя. Ну, то есть, короче, полная хуйня.
Doesn't look like anything.
Ну, блядь, это пивас. А, это его хата. То точно. В смысле, я понимаю, что это его хата, блядь, это выход из его хаты. Вот тут, блядь... Ага, вот оно из-за чего. Блять, ну давай как-то быстрее, или это мне еще записать надо?
List of names and a series of numbers. Floyd Rose's name is in this book.
Phelps, we can come out of this all bright and shiny with a commendation. Or stick our schlongs in a hornet's nest. Call it in, partner. And leave the book where you found it.
Officer Phelps, badge 1247.
Нихуя не понял. Что, меня выкинули с голой жопой на улицу? Да, зато в заставках 60 FPS, блядь, спасибо.
You dumb fucking sons of bitches, get in this line now before I lose my temper.
Excuse me, Sergeant, but...
Excuse me? Fuck you. You say another word and I'll break your fucking head and have you in the brig.
Some of us are here for...
I know why you're here, asswipe. I'm having a bad day, Private. Some people don't seem to want to get on this bus.
Didn't ask for your help.
He didn't ask for your help. Can you believe this guy? Who are you two? Abbott and Costello?
We're here for OCS, Sergeant.
So it's the three fucking stooges and you're here for OCS. God help this fucking country and the USMC. The Japanese will do the world a favor and kill you quickly. All three of you are on report. What are your fucking names?
Phelps.
Kelso.
Merrill.
Any other gentlemen for OCS? OCS is at Elliott. You take the Camp Elliott bus over there. This bus is for MCRD. This bus is for men who want to fight.
Так,
Well,
ну
you picked the
наконец-то.
right place, Cole. A city that needed an honest cop like a thirsty man needed water. You'd heard the stories, but you weren't interested. You were here to fight the good fight, solve cases, right wrongs. The force is like politics. There's no sitting on the fence. You have to choose sides. A brown paper envelope or a Greyhound ticket to Palookaville. It could only ever end one way.
All units to 211 in progress and shots fired at Westlake Savings and Loan, 1415 West 3rd Street. Unit to handle identified, code 3.
We'll take that. It's only a couple blocks from
14
here.
Adam calling KGPL. We'll handle
Ништяк.
211.
Roger that, 14 Adam. Be advised, suspects are armed and dangerous.
Дадут пострелять.
Roger, KGPL. 14 Adam en route.
Next right. Take the next right.
Отлично. Хули ты тут сигналишь?
This is the place.
Make it quick, you guys. The cops are here. We gotta move it.
Что-то мышка, блядь, вообще кондовая. Ой, блядь, ну это самый, это реально хуёвый порт с приставки называется.
keep your goddamn head down. Use the cover, Phelps.
Так.
We don't know how many are in there. You're fucking slow. Backup will be here soon.
Кто тут у нас козел? Хедшот, сука.
That's it? We got them all? I think we got them, Cole. Should be all clear.
Ну так себе стрельба.
Lieutenant Hopkins says anytime you reach for the shotgun, you're either going to end up dead or wearing a citation. So I guess...
It's okay, Ralph. You did well in there. I'm glad you had my back. Man couldn't ask for a better partner.
Не, ну, бля, лицевая анимация вообще заебись сделана. Слышь, сейчас будет дисциплина.
This kind of opportunity comes along once in a lifetime, Hank. I have to grasp it.
You have to survive it first, Cole. Here are the veterans. The Japs love to shoot officers.
If I can make a name for myself in this war, my future...
Thinking of taking on a company of the Emperor's finest single-handed? You don't seem the Sergeant York type to me.
When I need your opinion, Kelso, I'll ask for it.
They talk about officers like you in boot camp, Cole. They call it the Custer Syndrome. Guys who go around dreaming of fame and glory and getting all of their men killed in the process.
Our duty is to lead, Kelso.
And their duty is to die for your wonderful future?
Че, он положит, блядь, роту бойцов, что ли?
Cole Phelps and Jack Kelso. With some people, it's as simple as chemistry. Two guys who should have been friends, but their personalities got in the way. Phelps, a good guy, wound way too tight. And Kelso, a quiet man who could never walk away from a fight.
Well, it's a shame you don't like to talk about it, Cole.
Ralph, friends who want to stay friends don't discuss religion or politics. And in my case, you can add the war to that.
I know that bum. Wendell Bowers. I put him away before he jumped parole. Get after him, Phelps. I'll head him off in the car.
Wendell Bowers! Stop! LSPD! You can go screw yourselves. Why, you! Watch it! He's hiding in the alley!
Ну, доставай волыну, начинай шмалять.
Bowers! Hold it right there!
Stop now or I will shoot. I won't tell you again, Wendell.
Jesus, Dunn! Watch your fire!
You don't want to do this, Wendell. Get down from there right now.
Give it up, Wendell!
Да, видно, что управление заточено исключительно
You gotta be kidding! You fucking asked for it!
под Xbox. Ну, под приставку, короче.
No way I'm going back inside. I've done my time. It's over, Bowers! You assholes already screwed me once. Give it up, Bowers! There's nowhere left to go!
Looks like we've got the place to ourselves. Come on then, pretty boy.
Да ёб твою мать! А, надо держать. В ангар нахуй. Нападение на полицейского.
How you doing, Wendell? Your parole officer's feeling lonely. He's got a hole in his life for an asshole like you. You can make it up to him in 10 years' time. Watch your head. This hump will be back in the Iron Hotel by tomorrow night. Nice work, Cole. You run track in high school?
Part of the tradition of the Marine Corps and being an officer in the Marine Corps is the ability to make tough decisions. The right decision is not always the popular one. The right decision will get the men you care about killed. These ratings and your ability to give them frankly and truthfully directly affect your chances of successfully becoming a Marine officer. Candidate Phelps, you have the floor. Esprit de Corps, Merrill, 10. Franklin, 8. Weiss, 8. Donahoe, 6. Kowalski, 6. Hudson, 5. Kelso, 2. Leadership, Donahoe, 8. Franklin, 7. Merrill, 6. Kowalski, 6. Weiss, 5. Hudson, 5. Kelso, 1. Candidate Kelso!
I'm sorry, Captain, but I joined the Marine Corps to fight the enemy, not get involved in this schoolboy chicken shit.
Kelso, in my office, now!
Сейчас он тебя трахнет стропоном, блядь. Все, зачем ему стропон?
For every cop, there's the case that makes you. Gives you that leg up. Gets you recognized as the shining new star in the squad. The case that you solve that shows that you have the gumption, the gung-ho, the get up and go to make you stand out from your average rank-and-file patrolman. This could be the one, Cole.
LAPD, could you stand clear of the body, please? Has anyone called an ambulance?
We've called an ambulance and the police, but I'm afraid he's dead.
Okay, stand further back and move along. It's your choice, but make it quick, people.
Hey, Cole. You got here quick.
My beat crosses 7th Street.
Okay. You're first reporting then. We'll get a perimeter going and move the crowd on. You better see what you can find out before the homicide dicks show up. I'll be with you in a moment.
Come on, I got friends who work at the exam.
Broad
Гомосеки из отдела
daylight.
убийств.
Crowded street. I've seen everything.
Everybody stay back. Let us do our job.
Отпустите его голову нахуй.
C. Galetta. Layaway receipt. Pearl earrings. Made out to Bank of Arcadia.
Ну, бля, хватит его за лицо хватать.
All right. Yes, it's a dead person.
Блять, положи.
Make sure we've checked the whole crime scene before questioning the witness.
Can I help you, sir?
I'm Officer Phelps, miss. I'm here about the shooting. Did you know the victim?
He was my boss, Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage's first name.
Everett.
And you are?
Galleta. Clovis Galleta.
Ну так что надо сделать-то, блядь?
You think you could tell me exactly what happened, miss?
I look around the shops at lunch. I I was in a store when Mr. Gage, my boss, bursts in yelling that I'm late on my lunch.
And?
We came back. I was angry. I walked in front. I heard shots. I turned and saw Mr. Gage fall.
With affiliates in Los Angeles, California, New York, and Milwaukee, Wisconsin, this is American Century Broadcasting.
Да ты лжешь.
This is ACB, American Century Broadcasting.
Пиздишь, сука.
You're lying, Miss Coletta. You know what happened and why. You're going to tell me.
There's nothing to tell. I've done nothing wrong. How can you prove different?
Галета.
Your pearl earrings, Miss Coletta. You've been paying for them for a whole year. Stop lying and tell me what happened at the jewelry store.
Oh, God! I won't lose the earrings, will I?
You could lose your freedom, you little fool, if you don't stop obstructing a murder investigation.
Mr. Kalu. Edgar Kalu. He runs the jewelry store. He's showing me a lovely watch. Mr. Gage bursts in. Mr. Kalu gets very angry with Mr. Gage, and they start yelling at each other. Mr. Gage tells me that all of the things in the store are junk, nickel-plated, made in Japan, and yells at me to get back to work.
Then what happened?
We get back here, and I hear a loud bang. Mr. Gage clutches at his back. I hear another bang, and another, and another. Mr. Gage falls to his knees. It looked very painful.
How many shots did you hear, Miss Coletta?
It's difficult to remember. It sounded like there were so many, and they were so loud.
Ну ладно, пускай.
I need you to concentrate, Miss Coletta. Even minor details can become important later on.
Well, there was one bang, and then another, and then three very quickly close together. 5.
Which jewelry store?
Hartfield's. Broadway, between 5th and 6th.
Did you see the person who shot Mr. Gage?
Of course I did. Mr. Kalu looked very angry. He kept firing the gun. He kept pulling the trigger. He threw the gun in a bin and turned and walked away.
Ага.
You're making me angry, Miss Coletta. Is that what you want? Tell me why Mr. Kalu shot Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage hates Jews. A lot of people do. It's not my fault if he has nice things.
Thank you for your help, ma'am. You've been very brave. We'll need you to make a formal statement about what happened to Mr. Gage.
Does that mean I can still collect my... Never mind. Yes, officer, I'll make a statement.
Ну-ка, давай-ка. Погнали на кабак. Лол.
Don't you people have anything better to do?
I heard this is a triple homicide.
Я заехал на место преступления. Так. Обыскать место преступления надо. Так. Что это за хуйня с фризами, блядь? А, точно, валы нужно надо найти.
In all my years, I've never seen anything like this.
FN Browning, serial number 01138. Might need to run it by a gun store.
Eagleson's gun store's a couple blocks from here. We have the murder weapon.
And the murderer. The girl saw it all. Our killer works at a jewelry store called Hartfield's.
That's a couple of blocks from here.
Да у вас тут, блядь, все в паре кварталов.
Tate, maintain the perimeter.
Shell cases. These look like 32s.
You think talking's cheap? Try hiring a lawyer.
Keep going on this road. No, you did not just do that.
Да и похуй. Куда ты, блядь, бежишь, больной? Я и так уже одного человека задавил.
Officer, can I interest you in a new watch?
Officer Cole Phelps, are you Edgar Kalu?
No. Mr. Kalu is out back. He said he'd lie down. I'll buzz him for you.
Son of a bitch! Go, Cole, go!
Hurry, officer! He's getting away!
Hello! Get back here!
Блять. Чё его? Даже на полшишки при...
Are you Edgar Kalu?
No. Mr. Kalu is out back. He said he'd lie down. I'll buzz him for you.
Нервничаешь, сука.
Son of a bitch! Go, Cole, go!
Hurry, officer! He's getting away!
Hello!
Get back here!
When the hell's the food gonna arrive already?
Too late, Kalu!
Stop or I will shoot!
Get out of here! I survived the war for this?
Edgar Kalu, you're under arrest for the murder of Everett Gage.
The case that makes you, and the case that breaks you. The one you never solve. The one that keeps you awake at night. The case that gnaws at your guts and ruins your marriage. The case that keeps you propping up a bar as you relive the what-ifs, the might-have-beens, the half-leads, and the half-truths. The case that other cops murmur about whenever you walk past. The case you never, ever discuss.
God's mill may grind slowly, but it grinds finely, son. I hear it's you who nabbed our malefactor from the shooting yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Then tell me, Boyle, I hear you're quite the climber, a man of initiative. How would you like a chance at smiting this man with the sword of justice?
You're asking me to conduct the interview, sir?
I am, young Phelps. You've only been with us a short time, and you've
Сейчас мы
assembled
его
yourself a
допросим как
stellar
следует.
arrest record. Not to mention the fine work you did in the war, sending heathens back to the hell they came from. But I'm curious as to whether you can turn your hand to interrogation. Takes a certain animal cunning, lad. Do you think you might be ready for that?
Yes, sir. I think I am.
Good man. You need many things for a conviction, young Phelps. A motive, opportunity, hard evidence, and best of all, a confession. If you fail in the former, you can always use a modicum of violence to obtain the latter. How are you feeling, lad?
Fine, sir.
Ну, надо было в магаз съездить оружейный, проверить ствол.
May the cat eat him and the cat be eaten by the devil. Bring me a confession, young Phelps. This is your chance. Don't fail me.
Так-то у меня только показания свидетеля есть.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that. You followed Everett Gage and the girl back to the shoe store. You put 5 rounds in Gage's back.
Gage was a bastard. Whatever he got what was coming. But it had nothing to do with me.
You shot Gage, and we know why. We can put you at the scene.
You can't prove anything. You got nothing, boy chick. You're gonna be laughed right out of court. I've just got to keep my mouth shut and watch you run around in circles. We're done. Unless you want to keep making a schmuck of yourself.
You disappoint me, Cole Phelps. Get back in there and raise some lunch, boy! I need a confession!
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that. You followed Everett Gage and the girl back to the shoe store. You put 5 rounds in Gage's back.
Gage was a bastard. Whatever he got what was coming.
Оказывается, можно
But it
было
had nothing to
съездить
do with me.
в оружейный магаз и проверить ствол. Мне кажется, это нужно сделать. А он пиздец.
You shot Gage, and we know why. We can put you at the scene.
You can't prove anything.
We know all about the argument. Miss Goleta made a statement.
You're counting on the girl? You think her testimony's gonna stand up in court?
You're going to the gas chamber, Edgar.
That Jew-hating fuck couldn't leave me alone. I had a sale. That girl was ready to buy.
Let's change the subject. You fasting for Yom Kippur, Mr. Kalu?
Yeah, let's change the subject, you going motherfucker. How about baseball?
You're not denying you're a Jew, Mr. Kalu.
This is America. It's not Germany. It's not a crime.
Some people don't like Jews, Mr. Kalu.
Yeah, and I guess you're one of them.
Gage hated Jews, didn't he, Mr. Kalu?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're lying, Kalu. I think you lent Gage money, and he owed you payment.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Квитанция, ебать.
I'm done with you. Go flap your gums somewhere else. I want my lawyer. I've just got to keep my mouth shut and watch you run around in circles. We're done. Unless you want to keep making a schmuck of yourself.
You disappoint me, Coldfellow.
Чё, опять что ли?
Get back in there and raise some lumps, boy! I need a confession!
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't
Хуй
help
тебе,
you,
по
Mr.
скрипту
Kalu.
ебаться
You
будем.
shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that.
Не придется.
You followed Everett Gage and the girl
Как-то
back to
можно это, блядь, пропускать?
the shoe store. You put 5 rounds in Gage's back.
Gage was a bastard. Whatever he got what was coming. But it had nothing to do with me.
You shot Gage, and we know why. We can put you at the scene.
You can't prove anything.
We know all about the argument. Miss Goleta made a statement.
You're counting on the girl? You think her testimony's gonna stand up in court?
You're going to the gas chamber, Edgar.
That Jew-hating fuck couldn't leave me alone. I had a sale. That girl was ready to buy.
Let's change the subject. You fasting for Yom Kippur, Mr. Kalu?
Yeah, let's change the subject, you going motherfucker. How about baseball?
You're not denying you're a Jew, Mr. Kalu.
This is America. It's not Germany. It's not a crime.
Some people don't like Jews, Mr. Kalu.
Yeah, and I guess you're one of them.
Gage hated Jews, didn't he, Mr. Kalu?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're lying, Kalu. I think you lent Gage money, and he owed you payment.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm done with you. Go
Да
flap your
ёб
gums
твою
somewhere
мать, ты
else.
хочешь
I
мне это
want
по
my
новой
lawyer.
предложить?
I've just got to keep my mouth shut and watch you run around in circles. We're done. Unless you want to keep making a schmuck of yourself.
Короче, надо приготовить ужин и продолжить попозже. Давайте, господа, продолжим попозже. Наверное, я переиграю это расследование, потому что ну надо, блядь, сбегать там по поводу пестиков узнать. Все, до связи.